What was Dubois on? Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to On Me Edson. I hope you're all well. So before I start this video, I want to make this perfectly clear. This is a hypothetical question. I am definitely not accusing anybody of anything whatsoever. I just want to make that perfectly clear. However, after Daniel Dubois' emphatic victory over AJ at the weekend, where he was just levels above in terms of power, in terms of speed, in terms of intensity, and he seems to have grown and grown over the last 3 fights to what we see now, a beast of a fighter. Okay, unfortunately, that sometimes I get the feeling that whenever we have a dramatic, emphatic victory or display of performance in sports, especially in solo sports, then you start to question, well, what's caused this? What's caused this jump? What's caused this performance? And whilst I'm not accusing anybody whatsoever, I want to make that perfectly clear, you kind of wonder, well, how has he got so good? Has it always been there? Was it just a mental thing? Or surely there's been something different that he's been doing to get that kind of result in the way that he did against AJ. AJ was way off the pace, way off form. Daniel Dubois was not. He was at the races. He was ready for fire. He had the bit between his teeth, and all fair play to him. But I'm kind of waiting for an announcement, just in case something were to be announced and you think, oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew there was something up. I knew something wasn't quite right. Now, the reason why I've been wondering this, unfortunately, it's kind of modern sports life. You kind of think, what the hell's going on, as I've just explained. But before the fight, when AJ had the face-to-face with Daniel Dubois apparently had gone to Brazil. Now, I'm not sure what the story is there. Did he go to Brazil to do some training? Did he go there because apparently he's got a girlfriend there? I mean, that's a long-distance relationship, if I ever heard one. But AJ kind of intimated that there was something that he was doing there that he wouldn't be allowed to do over here. And I heard a couple of other reporters talk about this as well. So what was it he was doing in Brazil? Was he taking something? Is this some kind of ayahuasca thing that, that Wilder had taken or something like that? Is this what we're talking about? Or has he been taking something else that hasn't been detected? We just don't know. At this point, I'm not accusing him whatsoever. And I really hope for his sake that any sort of urine test that he's had to take for this fight, nothing comes up positive. And I hope for AJ's sake that nothing comes out positive, because basically this would be another Devin Haney incident against Ryan Garcia, of course. And he just got pummeled in that fight, unnecessarily so, against somebody who'd had performance-enhancing drugs in his system. Regardless of how they got in there and what levels and all that kind of stuff, it's in your system, that's it. We know the score. But if AJ got pummeled like that, well, where does that leave AJ? Where does that leave Daniel Dubois? I mean, you could think that Daniel Dubois' career would be over, but hey, these days you can come back within a year or 2 years. AJ, you think, well, he's taking such a heavy beating now, what happens to him now? But regardless of whether something was in his system, he had a dramatic win, a dramatic display. And you could argue he had the same kind of display against Hrgović, but this seemed to be so much more. This seemed to be so much more dramatic, so much stronger, so much quicker, so much more decisive. It seemed as if he had clarity of thought and knew exactly what he had to do, whereas in the past, he didn't seem to have that. And whilst I acknowledge he was still looking towards his corner for instructions, step-by-step instructions at times, this is all Daniel Dubois. This is exactly what he needed to do. Now, whether it's this kind of level of performance and the really poor performance of Anthony Joshua that's really shown at the disparity, which I was talking about in some videos before the fight last week, maybe that's it. But I just can't help it. I just can't help thinking that with the little rumours that I'd heard about him going to Brazil, and I say I don't know what happened there, but people kind of being a bit tight-lipped and a little bit vague over that. They obviously know something that I don't, and something that maybe you guys know and I don't. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, and I hope I am. Again, I want to make this perfectly clear. I am not accusing anybody of anything. This is just a hypothetical. The hypothetical is not whether he's been on anything. The hypothetical for me is, How would we react? How would we react if we find out that this fight is tainted? It's tainted because, you know, he's been taking a PED. Oh, hey, for that matter, Anthony Joshua has got something in his system. You know, how would we feel? The greatest night of British boxing for, well, since I can remember, really. Then all of a sudden something like this would happen. Because it was such a dramatic win, the cogs start turning. And you start wondering what's going on, what happened. For the life of me, I hope nothing is in his system. I hope he's absolutely clean, 100%. I'm sure he is. I cannot believe I'm even making this video or suggesting it, but you know, it'd be remiss of me not to kind of voice this when I kind of seen such a dramatic win, and then there's some questions here and there which I'm not sure about. So this is, every boxer has to be tested. They have to prove that they are clean, right? So both fighters, or all fighters on that card, will have to prove that they are 100% clean. There's no problem there in that at all. So if I'm just asking, or anybody's asking, was he clean? You say, well, yeah, he's clean. Here's his results. Great. That's all we need to know. But because there was such a dramatic win, and the way he did it, the way he bossed that fight, and the way AJ underperformed, well, did he underperform, or did Dubois just make him look absolutely, you know, second class, basically, over the hill? And he kind of did. And for that reason, you're kind of asking the question, digging a bit deeper, how did he get so good within 3 fights? Within just 3 fights, he got this good. Or was he always that good and he was just a bit too hesitant to show it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But for his sake, for AJ's sake, for the sake of boxing, for the sake of the boxing fans, I certainly hope there's nothing untoward here. And I just want, again, I want to keep on saying it. I am not accusing anybody of anything, but I'm raising the question. How did he get so good, and how did he win so emphatically against Anthony Joshua? And maybe it's just a natural progression. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell for all future videos, and I will catch you again in another video coming very soon. But right now, I should be drinking a few beers in Germany. Catch you again. Bye now.